Wij hebben dan toch een hangar gevonden met radiation. Hetgeen wat wij tijdens onze onderzoeken vermoed hebben, dat de radiation uit het zuiden kwam, hebben wij hier nu live gezien. Er is radiation in deze Sovjet-basis. CCCP. Zo heette de USSR vroeger. United States of Soviet Republic. We hebben weer een radio gevonden. Kijken of we weer contact kunnen maken.
Floyd, are you there?
Thank God. Tell me some good news.
Ja, ik heb geen goed nieuws.
Not yet, Floyd, I'm sorry. There was barely any fuel.
Die boot zien we ook daar achterin liggen.
You all right, Peter? Where are you?
I'm alive. I'm just very cold. I don't know what this place is. It wasn't on the map. Another base. Lots of big machines.
Another base? Are there any people there?
Nee. Hey.
There were lots at the fun fair.
Fun fair? Ik word gek.
Clara was there.
What the hell? Mate, are you keeping it together?
Yeah, no, there was no one. Just a mine, a radioactive symbol.
Come on. God, where the hell are we? Can you see anything else?
Ja, die boot, ja.
Floyd, I can see the ship at last. Mountains, bay, ship, like we said.
You can see it? You can see the Norwegian ship?
I can. I could see it on the far side of the water. And there's a boat, a small boat on this side.
Gaan we peddelen?
So that's something. Do you think you can use it to get across?
Ja, ik heb niet veel keuze.
It might just kill me, but what else can I do? Except stay here.
Yeah, and that'll kill you too. You don't want to give up this close to the finish line. I'm counting on you.
We're not gonna die out here. You can count on me.
Peter, please listen to me. You know where you are now. This is the last push. You've made it.
Wij kunnen dit.
I know you can do it.
We kunnen dit. Kom op.
Hello?
I'm here, I can do it. I just need to warm up.
No. If you hang around, we've got a problem, mate. There's a storm coming your way. I know because I'm in the thick of it now. You don't want to get caught out on the water when the river hits. Look, I know you're tired, Peter. But if you don't get moving now, you'll never cross the water. Who knows when the storm will clear? You've got to leave now.
Oké.
It's all I've got, Floyd. You know that. I'm giving it everything.
You have to. Please, Peter. I don't want to die here.
All right.
Kom op.
Right. Are you ready?
Jazeker. We zijn er klaar voor. SpongeBob.
Yes.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Go on, mate. Go. Get out of there. Come on.
We zijn moe. We zijn koud. Maar we blijven ons best doen. We zijn bij de kroeg.
Good to see you at last. You look well.
We were just talking about you, old chap.
Here.
Dat hadden we gezegd, hè, dat we nog op stap zouden gaan met deze jongens.
Oh, thank you. Heard the paper's going shockingly well at last.
Dat is waar, ja.
It is, thank you.
John, your
Door de samenwerking.
eminent professor mentioned it. Gather you showed him an early copy.
Word spreads when something's good, that's all.
Never seen the man so delighted. So, I propose a toast. To Peter.
To Peter.
To me. May this be one foot inside the club.
Dit is,
So
ik
all
weet
in
niet wat
all,
ze
I
drinken,
hear
maar
it's been
het is
a
geen bier.
very productive summer. Got everything you wanted in Scotland.
It's an inspiring place, yes. Very beautiful.
Oh, she is. She is.
What are you talking about?
My hands are
Over the
clean.
chickie.
I just mentioned Clara.
That was it. Clara, good man, Peter. Like I said, inspiration.
Sorry, shouldn't I have said anything?
I'd rather it was kept quiet. I don't want anyone getting the wrong idea, that's all. Clara's been helping with the readings and
Helping. Well, bit of note-taking here and there, filing.
she's been doing more than that.
Oh, I'm sure she has.
Oh, I thought it was more, assisting than writing.
Clara's far too clever for just note-taking. I didn't mean to give you that impression.
Oh, I see. So wouldn't that make it a joint paper?
Sam, I think we all know that Peter is the real professor in waiting here. I think he knows better than anyone how much he put into it and who wrote what. Isn't that right, Peter?
Of course.
We gaan niet
Well
in
aware
paniek
his
raken.
chances of promotion would be considerably lower if he'd only done half the work in collaboration.
Geen paniek.
Of course I'm aware. Of course.
Fine.
Toch paniek.
Collaboration isn't a bad thing.
No, I agree.
Unless, of course, you're that girl Molly, collaborating with the communists.
I think the word you're looking for is collusion.
Well, didn't work out too well for her either way. Shame, really. I'd have happily colluded with her.
Joe.
Ah, you're right.
Wat een
Right.
gast, jongen.
Too complicated. I prefer things with fewer strings attached. Having the KGB and MI5 watching through the curtains, that would really put me off.
Molly didn't deserve all that. I wonder what's happened to her.
Well, she hasn't come back for the start of term yet, apparently. Beyond that, who knows? A vanishing lecturer.
Someone must know something.
You're not worried, are you? You've got no secrets to hide?
Ik niet.
I just think she was unfairly singled out.
It's all water under the bridge. New term, things will have settled down, fresh start and all that.
My thoughts exactly. New term, new students. Speaking of which, what do you think of those two over there?
Them? Very nice, I'm sure.
Very nice.
Hold this, will you?
Are you leaving us?
Don't be so possessive, Peter. What are you,
Dan
the
gaat
wife?
hij chickies fixen. Hij is
You
een
said, Sam, never too
professor.
late for a fresh start. I meant what I said. Hearty congratulations on the paper. You always had that passion, much more than the rest of us. And this sounds like that old conundrum, women or work. Just don't forget your years of struggle. Don't miss this opportunity now. Wouldn't want you missing out on what you deserve.
Dankjewel.
Thank you.
Right. I'm off to get what I deserve. Don't wait up, chaps.
You're a disgrace, Joe.
Absolutely shocking.
He keeps doing that, doesn't he?
Ja.
He'll stop it one day.
But what's there to stop him?
Nou, op naar de boot. En dan gaan wij met de roeiboot naar de grote boot. Wat dus hopelijk een Noors schip is en niet weer een Russisch schip. Maar ja, je weet het nooit. Je weet het nooit. De Norwegian base was ook een Sovjet base.
Come on, Pete, pay attention. Head in the bloody clouds again. That's your problem. Pick up the oars and row like I told you. Faster than that, son.
We leren hier roeien.
I want to keep them both in time.
Paniek.
Doing my best.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
Dat is onze vader.
Try and keep your
Die
weight in
leert
the
ons
middle,
roeien.
too. You don't want to tip us in. What a wonderful start of the holiday that would be.
Do you want to help?
No, this is a test of your listening, son, and trying to work things out for yourself. How would you learn if I did everything for you, eh?
I didn't mean do it all, just take an oar maybe.
Well, say I did, and you could only work one oar. Then where would we be? We'd be going round in circles. Oh, now, look, there's a strong current coming up. It's a good test, son. Now, remember what I taught you, and this won't be a problem. Keep her straight and true. Strong arms.
Strong arms, daar gaan
I
we.
said strong. No, 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 no!
Trying.
That side! Harder on the port side!
Help!
Jesus, Pete, that one!
We zijn wel bij de boot aangekomen. Hope and anchor.
Oh, come on, give it here! Give it here! God, you get back there, I'll do it.
Komen niet meer vooruit. Sorry, pa.
I knew you weren't made for this!
Maybe you're right.
Come on. Prove you can go the rest of the way. Current's not as strong now. Here you go.
Hij is wel een strenge man. Kom op jongen, peddelen.
I have done my best, Pete. Whatever you do in life, you can't expect anyone to do things for you. My experience.
Je eigen shit regelen.
I won't always be here to help. And there'll come a time when you've got to prove you can do something by yourself.
En die tijd is nu. Er staat Clara staat daarboven.
Ahoy! Good row, Captain Hamilton.
Oh, get me away from this thing. It looks calm out there, but it's rougher than you think.
Oh, it does look nice and calm, you're right.
It's the current. Can't you see it?
It's very nasty ripples. It's practically a storm surge.
Ze maakt ons belachelijk, lijkt het.
I think if the wind had been in another direction.
Oh, come here. Don't
Hope
you
and
know me
anchor
all by now?
is
Come on, let's
de
walk.
kroeg hier in dit dorp.
All right. Thank you.
Well, I've got used to being this relaxed. What's it going to be like getting back to college, having to smarten ourselves up? I really like you like this, it's nice. Remember when we met on that train and you're so self-conscious about your tie?
Oh, I remember. Seems silly now, eh?
Werk of chickie?
You were wearing that
Chicken.
lovely sweater you got on now, weren't you?
Not this. Well, I only bought it recently. It's a new colour for me.
You sure about that?
Positive. Oh, strange. So, do you want the good news?
Graag.
Absolutely.
While you're out, I checked with the hotel and they said we could stay another night. And I thought, why not? Extend this holiday as long as we can. Extend the celebration.
Celebration?
Oh, you know, the summer of work. The fact that it's practically all done now. And perhaps we could celebrate us too.
Celebrate us.
Us. Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Mr. Absolutely Hamilton.
Oh, stop it. I don't say it like that.
You do, and that's fine.
Ready to go home soon?
Not in the slightest. Oh, so pretty. Oh, look at these houses. Oh, if I had found someone I could row with, perhaps I could be living here.
Hey, I can row.
Well, that's good, because I think I might be in love.
Wat? Paniek? Nee, gevoel.
Me too.
Oh, those two houses up on the cliff, look. Oh, which one should we have, the red or the blue?
It's tricky. Why not both?
Oh, go on, pick one.
Rood.
Okay, red.
My choice exactly.
Oh, almost like I knew what you were going to say.
Well, either house looks big enough for me. Maybe more than me one day.
Kindjes. Nee joh.
Dog?
We hebben een grote hond.
Why not? A little someone else to play with it, perhaps?
Ja, ze willen toch kinderen. Paniek, ja, inderdaad.
Wouldn't you want to finish that first?
Kinderen,
Finish work
gedoe
before I
joh.
settle down, you mean?
Allemaal gedoe.
Yes.
Yeah, I love my work. You know I do. I'm not going to finish it. I'm going to keep going as long as I can. I don't see why it has to be one or the other. Would you give up work to have children?
Of course not.
I keep thinking about all these bright young women I'm teaching, and I'm scared. I'm scared that despite all they've achieved, despite the fact that they're walking out into the world with a degree from Cambridge, the first thing they'll be asked is, how fast can you type?
Don't be so pessimistic.
It's not pessimism, I see it. Even the jobs they get, they're not expected to keep once they've had children. All it needs is people to stand up to it.
No, you're right. I think women have every right to stake their claim.
Not a woman this time. Women have been making a stand, throwing themselves under horses since the suffragettes. We need men to start fighting for it.
You can count on me.
I hope you do make a stand. Won't become part of all that. It's not easy, you know. A lot of people are still living in the dark ages about all this.
Ja, de eerdere protestmars
Your
hadden we
professor, for
afgewezen.
one, I'll bet.
Oh, he's not as bad as you think.
I wouldn't be so sure. He doesn't know about any of this, does he?
This work?
Exactly. The work we've done. You will tell him, won't you?
Of course I will. I'll go straight to his office as soon as we're back.
You promised me that.
Doe weer Pinky Promise.
Promise you that.
Good.
Happy?
Happy. You?
Very.
Dit is die boot die we zochten. SS Lumi. SS Steamship. Lumi. Licht. Het ziet er niet per se Norwegian uit. Sterker nog, ik zie helemaal geen vlag. Ik zie wel een deur. Het ziet er wel verlaten uit.
Peter, marvelous to see you do come in. Take a seat.
We zijn weer bij de baas.
I have to say, I'm delighted.
Delighted? Well, that's wonderful to hear.
I must say it's very impressive.
Very kind of you.
Not at all, it's your work. I think the direction you took it gave it something of real value. Well, as I say, quite apart from the climate side of things, the method you developed to track radiation, I can see it having far-reaching implications, and not just in your own field. It's marvelous.
I'm very proud of it, yes.
First-rate piece of work, Peter. First-rate. This other name on here, Dr. Clara McKirrick, I presume we could drop that.
Wat? Nee.
Clara was responsible for half the work, Professor. I couldn't.
Oh, well, I understand you probably had some little research assistants, but, well, we all have secretaries. we just don't usually put the name on the front cover of the paper.
Yeah, Clara did more than a little...
Nou, we zijn in elk geval eerlijk.
Oh, well, I see. Tell me, have you seen your friend Joseph recently, Samuel?
I have.
Doing so well in their new positions. I would dearly love to see the same for you, Peter. And more for you, in fact.
Dankjewel.
Well, thank you.
It would be so well deserved after all these years, especially after the risk I took.
Risk?
A boy from a grammar school, first in his family to make it to university, you know what I'm saying.
Hij had geen vertrouwen in ons.
It's been
Aan
really
het begin.
wonderful to give you this opportunity. I would just hate you to throw it away by misattributing your own hard work. That's all, for whatever reasons you might have.
I appreciate your concern, but Clara is responsible for the work on this too.
Well, as I say, it really is
Hij probeert ons
not the only one who
van
thinks so.
Clara af te praten.
You've given it to someone else already.
I knew a few who I thought might be interested. I thought you'd be pleased. In fact, I think you might want to prepare yourself for being the center of attention for a little while. I'm sure you would be able to cope, but I think
Natuurlijk.
it's perhaps not quite the sort of thing you'd like to foist on a young woman's shoulders.
Whatever it is, I'm sure Clara could handle it.
With this name on here, there is a good chance it will cause problems.
I'm sure I could handle them.
This isn't all about you, I'm afraid. There could be problems for everyone. Clara was close with Molly Shannon, wasn't she? The one suspected of being a communist spy.
Dat is waar, ja.
She was, I believe.
How close they were
Altijd
is the
eerlijk
big
zijn.
question. Clara joined Molly on that anti-British protest march, I hear.
It was anti-nuclear defense, not anti-British. I believe.
Well, you know my thoughts on that. They can be one and the same thing. A lot of people, very important people, believe you are either with this country or against it. Some of the benefactors of this college, for example. My father used to call this university one of the greatest contributions Britain has made to the world. I would agree with that. Wouldn't
One
you?
of the greatest. Really? Well, it does some great work.
It does. I'd hate to be the one to undermine it. The affair with this Cambridge 4 business has been bad enough. We can't change the past, Peter. But we can learn from it. Before we fool ourselves into remembering it too kindly. Now, with this name on here, the associations one might make, you see what I'm saying?
If you met Clara, I'm sure you'd agree her name should be on the paper.
Good God, Peter, I am trying to make you understand something. This is precisely the way the rot sets in. It's the slow knife. Members of this university were recruited to spy for the Soviet Union 10 years ago. Now members of this university are demanding we lay down our weapons. The only defense we have against the very same foreign power. What happens in 10 years' time? And what happens to the integrity of this college in 10 years? If you share your work on a whim with a girl you've taken a fancy to. And what happens 10 years after that? Cannot survive by making oneself vulnerable. That is why this university is still here. That is why I am still here. I hope you understand how much I care about your success.
Ik denk dat hij vooral geïnteresseerd is in zijn eigen succes.
Work to fade into obscurity after it's published. It would be a shame if yours were denied my full-throated support, especially after so many years.
Would. It would, absolutely.
I cannot make your decisions for you, Peter. By all means, publish with Clara as a co-author if you're feeling generous, but if you do, you'll have to take your chances. It would be difficult for me to bring to bear any influence I have. By way of illustration, I have an address in Whitehall to give you.
Thank you.
Afraid I can't tell you much more now, but he's a good man. Cambridge man. And you may find there's one more reason to leave Clara out of things. I'm sure things will become clear soon.
We worden opgezet tegen Clara.
I think you've made things very clear.
Well, let me know what you decide. Just knock any time. My door is always open.
Nou, zitten we dan in die boot. We zijn in slaap gevallen. Vliegtuig. Dat zijn de Noren. NR stond erop. Daar is ook een vlag rechtsbovenaan de berg. Een Noorse vlag. Daar gaan we naartoe. Op naar de Noorse vlag. Waar rook is vuur. We maken hier even een checkpointje. We hebben het schip gevonden, we gaan door naar de Noorse vlag. In het volgende deel. Ik zie jullie graag dan.